Hi everyone, and welcome to Two-Player Quest, where I help you on your quest to find the best two-player board games for you. In today's video, I have Turning Tides by Never Board Games. In Turning Tides, you play as the captain of a naval ship on the high seas. Now, you come across another ship, but there can only be one ruler of these high seas, so a battle ensues. Are you going to swing to the other ship to defeat their sailors, or use your cannons or other methods to defeat your foe? And is this game for you? Well, let's find out. Turning Tides is a game for two players that plays in about 15 to 45 minutes. Now our sessions are usually 20 to 25, so that's well within that range. It all depends on how quickly you make your decisions, for example, and how effective those decisions are. It's at a 2.00 on BoardGameGeek for complexity, so it's a relatively easy game to play, and it is no luck whatsoever. It's all tactics and strategy. This is what the setup will look like at the start of a game. On this side we have our silver player with their hold cards, so there's 4 cards here. Their hold items, so these are a few cannons and a few sailors. Their sort of reference sheet of what happens when. Their draw pile, and this is their hands, so this is at the moment 1 weight card. Now the gold player opposite has the same, and we have our 2 boats set up and the damage tokens, as well as the hierarchy token. The game is played in rounds, and every round has an X amount of turns. Now, these turns are done simultaneously. You grab a card from your draw pile and add it to your hand. Then you choose one of the cards in your hand to play. You place it face down. The other player does the same. Then it's time to turn around the cards that the players want to play. So the silver player wants to play a cannon, which means they can place one of the cannons that's in their hold on their ship on a certain side. So for example, they are choosing to place it here on lane number 3. And the other player is choosing to wait. Cards are played in certain order. So you place the sailor and the cannon first, then you have these other actions in certain orders. Wait just means that you are not doing anything. Then it's time to discard the cards. So this one places that one in a discard pile. And the wait is the only card in the game that never goes into your discard pile, but back into your hand. So they add that back into their hand. And lastly, you sail the ships further. So you move one of the ships one closer. And then it is the start of a new turn. So once again, you draw a card from the cards in your hand. You choose one of the cards to play and play them. This keeps going until the ships have completely passed each other. So once you were here, now you are no longer adjacent to each other. You turn them around. Put them back at 1 and start again. You can see that cannons are only shot one direction. So for example, this cannon can now be used and that cannon can now be used, but this one cannot. Every card does something different. You can read this in the rules. Now, when a round ends, so the turning around starts at the beginning of the round, but when a round ends, you also have the lee actions. And with the lee actions, you can choose to swap out cards from your deck and your discard pile for one of the cards in your hold area. So you have certain strategy cards. For example, you have sailors and you have cannons and some other stuff that you can switch out for the cards in your hold. For example, if you want more swings or more firing of cannons, you can add that to your deck as a lee action. So what you do is you choose one of the cards, and that cannot be your weight card. You just pick one of the other cards and switch out as many of those for the other ones in your hold. So there are always at least 4 cards in your hold area. You also have to exhaust cards if you have taken damage. These cards go from your deck/discard area into your holding area. The game ends when either 3 zones are destroyed of a ship, like for example like this, or if there are no more teammates on board. This includes captains and sailors. If your captain would die, in the next turn, no matter what card you choose, unless it is weight, one of your team members, one of your sailors, turns into the new captain. If this can't happen because you have no more crew members, then the game is over anyway, as the game ends if you have no more crew members. Turning Tides is one of those games that's easy to learn, hard to master, as it's all about tactics and strategy and your opponent and what they might choose. So in general, I would say it takes about 5 minutes, maybe 10 to teach this game to new players, so you can get going relatively quickly. If you're looking for a relatively compact strategy game, then this could be a nice fit. It is the epitome of a PvP game. It's a bit like chess, it's all full on attack and strategy and tactics. So if that's something you're looking for, this could be great. If that's not something you're looking for, I suggest you look elsewhere. My husband quite likes this game. I basically totally do not. It's mainly the PvP aspect of this game. It's the strategy and tactic that my husband is just a lot better in than I am. He has more experience, he has more of an eye for it. When we play this game, I've never won this game, and at some point that gets annoying, and I just don't like it. We like our games to be less about tactics, strategies, PvP-ness. Like, for example, Terraforming Mars, it is still PvP, it is still one player has to win, but there's many ways of getting to where you want to go. And in this one, it's just very harsh PvP, and that's just not something that I enjoy. But my husband still does like playing this game with other people who do like this style of game. So it's still a good game if that is what you are looking for. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching our review of Turning Tides. If you want to see another one of my reviews, you can click up here. Or if you have any comments, feedback or suggestions, please put them down below. And I look forward to seeing you next time on 2 Player Quest.